Have you ever imagined if you have a chance to go back in time in a very specific moment? So instead of choosing one option, you maybe choose another option, then result will be different or future will be different. For example, you go into the past and next day there is an exam, and previously you have not prepared your exams very well. You procrastinate a little bit, or maybe there were some other issues, but this time you go back and this time you prepare your exams very well. So today basically we are going to discuss about time travel. So it is saying it's also possible to play back a prior graph execution. So to do that we need thread ID and checkpoint ID. So it is saying then we will replay the previous executed steps before a checkpoint that correspond to checkpoint ID and only execute the steps after the checkpoint. So what does that mean? For example, we have 4 steps. Step A runs, then step B runs, C, and after that step D runs. For example, these steps already runs previously. Now we are saying, hey LangGraph, continue from checkpoint C, means from this point. So what happens basically? It will not rerun step A or B or C, but instead of it just only rerun steps D with the different input in the D step. So what will be the benefit to do that? The first one is we are saving a lot of computation power and also the time to rerun these steps. We just simply load the data from these steps and we'll pass the data in step D. Maybe we'll change the input while passing the data in step D. Today we are going to build this agent. We'll have 2 LLMs or 2 nodes. Our first LLM will generate the topic, some random topic maybe, and we'll pass that topic to our this LLM, and this LLM will generate the joke on that topic. Here if we come on the documentation of time travel, it is using basically Anthropic LLM. We'll use Olama's our Qn 2.5, and here import the mandatory things or mandatory libraries. So these are the things basically. I import UUID. UUID is basically universal unique ID. We'll use this UID to giving the thread ID or to assigning the ID to our thread. Here I import type dictionary and optional from typing, and state graph start and ending node, and from LangChain Olama I import chat Olama, and in memory saver from LangGraph.checkMemory. And our state is we have 2 parameter. One is topic, it is basically optional, and another is joke, it is also an optional. Let's run these, and our model is Qn 2.5 and it is the first node. Let me just copy and paste here. It is the doc string that is telling what this node will do. LLM call to generate a topic for the joke, and the prompt is give me a funny topic for a joke. This prompt is not working in my case. I previously check it out, so I will change the prompt little bit. I will say give me a topic of 1 word. Later on I will create the joke on this topic, and do not give any explanation or extra detail. Let's try this prompt and check the result. Let's run this one, and it is our second node that will write the joke. So this first node will just write the topic name and will pass that topic name to this model, and this model will generate the joke on that particular topic. And you may be notice we are storing LLM response in message, and we are storing message.content in topic, mean our this parameter. And after that we'll come to this write joke and we'll pass state topic, whatever the topic this LLM generate, and here we are saying write a short joke about this topic. And similarly we'll store the result in message, and we are storing message.content in joke, mean in our this second parameter. Let's run these 2, and after that let's build the workflow. I will copy and paste simply here. Here in state graph I am passing the state. It is the state basically. Its name is state, not the agent state. You maybe change this name whatever you want, and I am storing this state graph in workflow. And here we are creating the instance of in-memory saver, and we are storing it in checkpointer, and we are passing checkpointer is equal to checkpointer and compile the graph or workflow. Let's run it. After that, if we want to visualize the graph, I will simply type graph and run the cell. Here we are able to visualize our graph. We have two nodes, generate topic and write joke. Now let's invoke the graph. But before invoking, let's create our configuration. Here in this code, I am using universal unique ID to giving the unique ID to our thread ID. So let's run it, and if I just print the config and run it, it is printing this unique ID. So instead of hard coding the thread ID, we will simply use universal unique ID. Here we are invoking our graph and we are passing empty dictionary, means our these two parameters are optional, and we are passing config, these configuration, and we are storing the result in state, this variable. Let's invoke it. Now let's print the topic of our state. The topic is cat. Now similarly, let's print the joke. The joke is, why don't cats play poker in the jungle? Because there are too many cheetahs. So it is not funny at all, but it is what it is. So our this first node generate the topic. The topic is cat. In your case, the topic will be different, or maybe it generates something else. You maybe need to do a little bit further prompt engineering, and we are passing that state to our this LLM, and we are saying write a short joke about cat. So it create this joke, why don't cats play the poker in the jungle? Okay, now to get the graph history, we will simply say graph.get state history, and we'll pass the configuration. Here is the code. It will basically print the state or return the state in reversal chronological order. So instead of printing this, I will simply say \n and similarly \n. Let's print it. In states variable, we have all the states, and here we are saying for state in state, print state.next, means what will be the next node in the state or in snapshot, and also what will be the ID of that particular snapshot. To print the ID, we'll simply say print state.config configurable and checkpoint ID. It will print this ID. It is the ID of our latest snapshot or latest state. It is the ID when our LangGraph was initialized. Here you maybe notice it is saying the next task I need to execute is start or start node. After start node, I need to execute generate topic node. And after generate topic node, I need to execute a write joke. So after write joke, there is no next node, means there is no task. So it is the latest task or latest state. Now let's print the state. I am saying for state in states, print state, and I will also say print \n. It is the state when our LangGraph was initialized first time. The values are empty and next is start, means it is saying the next task is start node, mean I need to execute the start node. After that, here the values are empty and next is generate topic, mean it is saying I need to execute generate topic node. You maybe notice in result there is topic is equal to cat, but in next there is still generate topic, mean it is saying I need to execute generate topic still. Why this behavior? So we know that parallel task works in a loop and schedule the task. Maybe loops will be look something like that, like generate topic. After that, maybe take the snapshot and then update values and then end the loop. So it will come here and generate the topic and take the snapshot. It has not updated the values until now, that's why the values are empty. And in next there is generate topic, mean it is not fully completed, it is in progress. it simply take the snapshot. So after that it update the values. So you maybe see here the values are different. Values topic is cat. So after updating the values, it will update this next parameter. That's why you are saying in next there is still generate topic, but our generate topic already generated the topic, but it has not updated these values. And similarly here the next is write joke, and in result it already create or write the joke, why don't cats plays poker, but this joke is not updated in values. That's why in next it is still showing the right joke. So here the topic is cat and joke is this, mean it update the values and it update the topic. And our next is empty. I will simply delete these things and let's copy this code and paste here and let's run it. Here we are basically getting the state and we are saying print selected state next and selected state values, and it print right joke and topic is cat. So selected state 0 means this latest state, and state 1 mean this second state, mean this is the state before last. And in this the next one is right joke, so it is basically the right joke, and values are topic is cat. So these are the values. In this values are topic is cat, it is the same. Now we are basically going to update our state by calling this update state function. This update state will create a new checkpoint. The new checkpoint will be associated with the same thread but a new checkpoint ID. So I will simply copy and paste here. Here we are saying graph.update selected state.config, means we are updating the configuration of this selected state, this one, and we are saying its value topic will be chicken. So instead of cat its topic will be chicken. So let's print the new configuration. The new configuration thread ID is this, checkpoint ID, checkpoint ns is empty, and checkpoint ID is this different one. Now let's resume the execution from the checkpoint. For resuming execution from the selected checkpoint, call invoke with the config that point to the new checkpoint. So I will simply copy this and let's paste here, and I will store the state in state variable, and I'm storing the result in state. Let's run it again. Topic is chicken, and also let's print the joke. So this time the joke is different because we passed the different topic. The topic is chickens and it created the joke on this topic. So this topic basically is about time traveling. So if you have any confusion, then don't worry. In next video we'll explore this topic in more depth, in more detail. So if you really enjoyed the video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Then see you guys in next video.